What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Quill Will bringing us back. What's this? Episode 11? Is
Think
this episode
so.
11? It might be. Who knew we was gonna get to 11? It's the Three Guys with Common Sense podcast. Again, my name is Quill Will, and I am here with my co-hosts, the two best guys you could ever want as co-hosts. They make life so easy. Uh, we got Prosecco Mike over here, Mike Money.
I got my wine today. I'm celebrating the third anniversary of Jay-Z's 444, so I bought my tour shirt out from the 444 tour. This is all of Ho's album on one T-shirt.
We were both at that concert, not together, but we were both there.
I was by myself on the floor.
My ex was there too. Fuck her. But
Oh my gosh.
Middle finger.
and we got my man Avatar Slang himself. What's good, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I've just got the Deer Park. I've nothing fancy.
I had some V8 Splash. It's not much. It actually is empty. I just had a little taste, but that's it. But anyways, anybody have anything exciting happen this week before we get the ball rolling? Nothing fun.
Well, my dad turned 65 on Saturday.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday to Big Senior. We went down there. It was the first time since this whole pandemic started that me and the family got to get out the house. So we went down to Virginia, visited my dad for the weekend. We actually went to the mall, me and the wife did. My son stayed home with Pop Pop. And it was the last mall we went to before this whole pandemic started. That was February 29th. And
Good.
it's now June.
I have anxiety.
No inventory since we been back.
I have anxiety. Like, I don't even want to go to a damn mall now.
I'm sure.
It's a scary sight. It is. Everybody's all masked up, but nobody has shit. So it's really not worth going. Shop online, people. Keep us in business. That's FedEx.
Oh man.
What about you, Slang? Anything fun?
Besides the constant fireworks in Uptown.
There's fireworks everywhere.
Are they
Well, actually, Uptown isn't that bad with fireworks. So I'm lying. I'm privileged.
like buy one get a million free?
Yeah, and they sell them super cheap. You can get like a 15 pack. We saw them in the giant food market. You can get them 15 pack for like $32.
Well, the looters are selling them. I'm not trying to be funny. They looted fireworks and they're selling them.
Are they the firework looters?
Looters loot anything.
Oh, you're serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Good.
no,
I thought it
because
was true.
there's a guy I follow named Gary Vee. Basically, there's people that buy, like, I'm like this too. I buy anything and I just sell it on eBay if it's cheap. So I buy something for $4 and I sell it for 20. That's why you never see me at work.
Oh, okay. Well,
Learn something every day.
there's slang for the news, y'all. The looting news. Whoever knew that Slinger was a looting news expert who sells stuff on Amazon?
I mean, I came from the same crazy place y'all came from, West Philly.
Now the Fed's on us.
I mean, well, I sell legal stuff. I buy things for garage sales.
There you go.
That'll do it.
You run your own antique business.
Essentially. I never thought about that way, but essentially.
Oh, and while we're at it, tonsofpotential.com, tonsofpotential.com, tonsofpotential.com. Get your shirts now.
New
All right.
styles next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, y'all. Next week. You might not hear this. You might hear this by Wednesday. So I'm just gonna say new styles today.
Yes.
Okay.
You
New
might get
styles
a
today.
style. You never know. Might get a common sense style.
So
We got to collaborate on that. Maybe we should pick up Thursday or something. Because, I mean, I'm free almost every day these days.
Hit me up.
Okay.
Yo, we could do a business meeting on Zoom.
Okay.
yeah, we do everything else on Zoom. So I figured that probably works.
We could do a business meeting. All right. Stop all the small talk. Let's get into the podcast. All right. So I'll lead us off. Sorry, Quill.
Jerk.
I knew we was gonna start sports, but we gotta get this out the way. We gotta celebrate 3 years of 444.
Here we go.
We have to. I'm
Do we
sorry.
have to?
We have
Let's
to.
talk about the album a
Let
little
it
bit.
go.
Now.
We have to
Let it go.
celebrate 3 years of 444. That album has aged perfectly well, especially in today's times.
It came out 3 years ago.
In this society, with an album might have a shelf life of 2 months, if that.
I haven't listened to Run the Jewels week it came out.
Well, shelf life and aging are two different things.
No, it's not.
Every album from 3 years ago that you liked, you love today.
I'm not the best person to ask, so yeah.
Oh, then shut the hell up then. All right, so here we go.
Well, that proved my point then.
No, it doesn't, because this has nothing to do with your point. Because we talking about the God MC. You talk.
See? This is why you're disqualified for Jay-Z conversations.
We talk about Peasants MC. We talking about the God MC, Sean Corey Carter. That's who we talking about. We're talking about
Gold Platinum in 96 doesn't make you the
He made Kill Jay-Z, Smile. I'm trying to run down the track list, but I forgot.
You forgot Story of OJ.
Yeah, Story of OJ, Smile, Catch is it Caught Through Eyes? 444, Bam, Family Feud, but fuck the track list. The album is phenomenal, y'all. Go stream that on Tidal. That's the black man who owns that streaming service. Stop streaming on Apple Music or Spotify unless you're listening to our podcast. And fuck YouTube Music. That shit sucks.
No, because I'm not going out like this. You already admit you're not even a tech guy.
I don't give a damn. You are fake news. You are Candace Owens Slanger, and you stream white. I stream black. You can't.
I'm streaming black. I'm black because you want to know something? I have stock in Apple Music, so if you want to support me, you gotta get Apple Music.
No, have stock in
Tidal.
Have stock in Disney. Then we can.
Disney is white. Tidal doesn't have stock.
I know they don't have stock.
Then you gotta invest in me.
Black.
Wow. So you mean you know what? You mean stream black celebrity.
Stream black.
No, you mean black celebrity. like No Name said. Y'all just care about the celebrity.
No.
No Name
is fucking celebrity. Don't even bring her ass up. Don't even bring her ass up.
Well, I wouldn't have, but now y'all starting to validate it a little bit.
Hell no. That clout chasing that,
no
what?
I'm a black businessman, and y'all want to support Jay-Z over me.
Wait a minute, you sell antiques, and now all of a sudden you a black businessman?
I'm like Jay-Z. I do everything.
You do have tons of potential.
See? See?
You take good pictures too.
Thank you. So, see, that's all inspired from Jay-Z and Dame.
Just don't be Master P and pimping out your image on everything. You can put your fucking image on. Fucking Master P will put his image on this fucking jerk chicken marinade if he fucking could. Master P's jerk chicken. Stop getting it from everybody else. Get it from your own people.
That might age well.
The same week Uncle Ben's went out of style, here come Uncle P.
Uncle P?
You already had asking them. Let them be.
Isn't it crazy that he had a show on Nickelodeon? A successful one at that?
The Lil Romeo show?
Yeah. And he was on it.
What was the little white kid their stepson or something?
Adopted son.
Oh.
All in all,
you should have adopted a black boy.
All we trying to say is support black business.
Yes. Support black business. Support Jay-Z.
Apple is my black business.
No, it's not.
No, I literally have stock in Apple.
That's fine.
You got stock in.
They ain't black.
You should. That's my business.
They ain't black business. That's your business.
None of my business.
I'm black.
They ain't none of my business either.
Jay-Z not my business.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. He just makes good music.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
I don't care about none of that. He's not my favorite rapper.
You know he's Lupe Fiasco's favorite rapper. That's his big brother.
Lupe Fiasco's not my boyfriend. I don't care.
You sure? No, I'm kidding.
All right.
So back to 444 appreciation. This album really was good. I know on a personal level, for me, the one thing that was pretty jarring earlier in the year, we talked about Kobe's passing. I think that Legacy song got me through that time. I must have played that about 150, 200 times during that trial. Like, it just resonated with me. Like, what do you like?
During the Kobe Bryant trial?
Not the trial. talk about during that trial, you know, with him passing and everything.
Oh, all right, my bad.
So, you know, the album still it's probably one of his most relatable. It's him and at his most vulnerable, I'd say. Um, it's a really nice record to listen to. Just really take a deep dive into, like just not even on the surface level. Actively listening is one of those records that you really take something from every time you hear it. And Legacy really got me thinking about what am I gonna leave for my family when I'm gone. You know, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna build while I'm here to be successful? To put them in a position to be successful. Um, Eliminating these generational curses and creating generational wealth and things of that nature. So, you know, that record just does a lot for me. Just on like I said, on a personal level. I don't know about you, Slang, but it works for me.
Well,
No, I like that.
go ahead.
You owe me an apology, Mike.
No, I don't.
You do, because I was getting to that point before you Fox News me as usual about this album. So it's ironic that this is the anniversary of it.
MSN News.
What?
MSN News. I want to be them.
You can be that if you work to be that.
Okay.
He ain't even MSNBC, he MSN.
Yeah.
So
A little butterfly.
yeah, facts. No, but I think like Jay-Z a lot of times talks like a rich guy or someone from the streets. Where I think he's good at illustrating that, and he's good at, you know, molding his sound. But this album for me was something I'm like, I could take away from that. Like I could literally apply that to my life. Basically, it took a lot of the Instagram influencers for that try to propel entrepreneurs, and you put that into an album, because a lot of people learn through music rather than Instagram posts. Like music isn't impactful, so that's what the album did for me. Like, what was the thing when he was talking about holding money to your ear? What track was that again?
Story of OJ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so. I just didn't want to be wrong on camera.
There's a disconnect. We don't call that money over here.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
All the rappers at that time took offense to it.
Boosie.
Yeah.
But I was able to relate to that because, like, he always goes against. It's funny because he picks a time. He goes to cliches until he's fed up with them, and he's like, I'm going to ruin that cliche, like he did with Death for Auto-Tune. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of funny. But no, I like the album a lot.
He did with Change Clothes. Hope does that a lot.
Okay, I didn't.
That's why we always say he's the ultimate trendsetter and trend killer in rap music, because he's killed more trends than a lot of these guys. Like, you know, trend is fleeting today because we live in a society now where attention spans are so short. Like we said, you know, you might get a great album and it don't mean nothing 6 weeks after it come out. It's done. Like, the shelf life is over. Like, those albums, like, stuff doesn't last anymore. Not like it used to, at least. You know, when you have an album, you get a single maybe a couple weeks before that album, you got 3 and 4 singles. Shit, a lot of these cats can't even carry 3 and 4 singles on an album anymore. Shit, Jay did, 7 and 8 off of Hard Knock Life, and the album wasn't even that long.
Yes.
So the culture just has a short attention span. I guess us, you know, in this internet age, is always a 24-hour news cycle, stuff always happening that's pulling our attention away. That's why we're always distracted from, you know, the important points going on in today's world.
You think so?
We always distracted because there's always a distraction. There's always a distraction.
I think that's a good debate for another topic. I know we say that a lot, but I'm gonna write that one down. That's a good one, I think. Because I think if anything, we learned to be more. We learned to multitask more. I don't think multitasking is real, but what I mean is that I feel like the internet taught us how to care about more than one thing. Like, me and you have interests that we don't share with Mike, and vice versa. Like, Mike cares about Disney stuff a lot. I care about Captain Marvel. I'm able to be a Captain Marvel expert and still know everything about Lupe Fiasco, and they don't even connect.
Even though Captain Marvel is Disney.
That's not what I mean. You know what I meant.
I do know.
All right, let me get my whole statement out so all the dick riders can say, all the people that say I'm a dick rider can really say I'm a dick rider now.
Listeners, put aside 15 minutes.
Yeah, please do. Just fast forward. This album proves that longevity has to matter in hip hop because he was 48 years old when he made it. You can't tell me another rapper at 48 years old that made a relevant album that stood the test of time and that is going to stand the test of time for years to come. Because at 48, you're supposed to be washed, finished, etc. in hip hop. We really have never seen a rapper go past the age of 45 to be relevant. And Hope was that person to do that because he's about to be 50 and he dropped a relevant album this year with Jay Electronica, which if you want to say that's a joint album or not, that's debatable. Debate somebody else.
It's really a Jay-Z album featuring Jay Electronica.
All right, relax. We're not doing this today.
Okay, but if you don't think Jay-Z's the GOAT, don't come to me. Just listen to the third verse on Smile. And that's all I have to say about that. Period. Because the person that you're going to grab a verse from when they was 22. The verse that I have is from a 48-year-old man. I know the stuff my dad was talking about at 48. And he couldn't rap. So for Jay-Z to put something, and I see you laughing, Slayer. For Jay-Z to put it, my dad's not a rapper, I'm sorry.
No, you're just such a stan, you don't even see it.
I do see it. I'm wearing it on my shirt. I know I'm a stan.
You think you see it, but you don't. I think you only see 60% of it.
No, I really see it. I just don't give a damn.
Okay, keep going. My bad.
But see, there's a difference. Some people stand out for people, and they don't even know why. Like half of the people that stand out for Tupac cannot explain to you.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm serious.
That's true. That's true. I guess my thing was more so. You gave this Mike worldview to our dumbass listeners. No offense, listeners, but y'all, some of y'all don't be knowing out there.
But was I wrong? Tell me if I was wrong, though.
No, it's not that you're wrong. I'm highlighting the one part. You said, listen to Smile. And I'm like, yo, that's not going to convince people, unfortunately.
That's why I'm laying down the bricks.
Okay, cool. All right.
I said, listen to the third verse. Mm-hmm. But anything that you're going to put up against Jay-Z on if you think he's not the greatest, you're going to give me a song from a 22-year-old. Don't matter if it was Nas at 22, Biggie at 22, Tupac at 22. I'm going to put up a verse of Jay-Z at 48. They will not beat that. You know why? Because two of them didn't make it past 25, and one just dropped 3 irrelevant albums in a row. So that's my point.
I'm not even gonna argue this point, but just so I'm not lost, who dropped 3? I'm not even doing this right now because I said that and I got killed.
He did drop 3 irrelevant albums in a row.
So speaking of which, was it Freddie Gibbs said that Jeezy was irrelevant? Honestly,
he is a little bit,
but if you want to be honest,
who?
Was it? They both irrelevant. If we want to be honest,
Freddie Gibbs is kind of relevant.
I like Freddie Gibbs.
Just because you like him, don't make him relevant.
That's also true.
He is not irrelevant.
Depends what you call relevant.
Yeah, what's relevant?
I guess.
Because then nobody's relevant to me except for who? No.
Oh man.
By the standard that it sounds like you're saying.
Like he don't have that clout today. Like he's not that dude today. Like I guess he said basically Jeezy was that guy, but he's no longer that guy.
Okay. If you did a poll on who makes better music in the past 6 years, people will say Freddie Gibbs.
No, they won't. They'll say Jeezy.
Jeezy's more popular.
Yeah, that's a popularity contest at the end of the day.
I don't know. I see a lot of Jeezy fans be like, yo, Jeezy don't got it right now.
But
I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't really use my worldview to justify what I think will happen, but I mean, I guess I can because what else can you do? But I can't be shocked if it goes the other way. But from what I see, it really doesn't look like people care for Jeezy the same way.
I'll tell you a prime example. Every time there's a poll on this Facebook page called According to Hip Hop, me and Quill tag each other. Every time there's a poll, because those hip hop purists just vote for people without they don't even read what they're even posting about. They just see a name and they hit vote. Yep. So now, Slang, I have to address you on the podcast because you said something. I don't know if you was trolling or not, but the question was, and this comes to the relevant, irrelevant topic. Okay. The question was, who's the better rapper? And it said Mace or Drake.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's not even a contest, it's Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Because Mace has not been relevant for the past 15 years.
I'll tell you this. I would say if it was a trivia question, I know that can't be a trivia question, but if it was somehow, I would say Drake because it's unrealistic to say Mace. But why did I say? Oh, okay. I meant to tell you this. I can't participate in Drake conversations. Like I can't honestly participate in one.
Oh, are you that against Drake, or is it like that for Drake?
I get that his stuff's sonically good, but it's like I can understand a critic's mind for Drake, but I don't enjoy his music.
Okay.
So it's like something I could see a Sundance movie being technically good on Rotten Tomatoes. I could see a film and be like, okay, that's what I'm going to get 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I didn't necessarily enjoy it.
Right. I
don't enjoy his stuff.
That's how I felt about Black Panther.
Really?
I said Black Panther. I'm like, they're gonna say this is a good movie, and it probably is a good movie. I'm not mad at it, but Ragnarok was better.
Okay, so you get what I'm saying then?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I feel about Avatar.
Avatar what?
Avatar is not a good movie.
Blue people?
I saw that in the theater and I stared at it for 3 hours, and when it was over, I said, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Oh, so you think it's trash?
I don't know what the hell I just watched.
No,
I don't know what
he like it's good, but I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't get it. But 5 minutes into Superhead Mr. Marcus, I knew what I was
at. Oh no!
I knew exactly where I was at. I said, "Oh wow, I see where this is going." He fucks with his hat on. And she gives the best head in the land. Thank you, Jay, for naming her Superhead.
Shout out to Sean Corey.
Speaking of Jadakiss, can we transition to Fab getting obliterated by Jadakiss? Can we do it?
Slanger, you owe us an apology.
You owe us
for what?
You owe us an apology.
We said that this was not going to be close.
I didn't argue that. I don't care.
We're gonna have to go back in the footage.
No, I don't care for neither one enough to argue. I don't like. No. That's not my battle.
Martin Luther King.
No, I really don't like. I like Jada. I know. I don't search for Fabulous albums anymore.
But I did see you in the comments. When the dude said, "Well, see, this is what people don't get about." Not saying you. This is what people don't get about verses. It does not matter how many hits you have or how many good albums you have. If you do not have the songs to keep up with that other person, you are going to get mopped the whole battle. And that's just how it goes.
And people go off of feeling when they hear the songs. Billboards and numbers kind of go out the window for some people, especially if you're black. Like, if you hear a song that hits you, you're like, you got that one.
Shit, when he turned Banned for TV on, was the song 8? I said that I'm like, it's over. It's over.
Banned for TV is a W. I don't care what record you play. Banned for TV is a W.
Same thing with World War III.
Yeah.
What songs was Fab was playing? That's considered.
He was playing nothing. His DJ needed to walk home. That's the real story.
Fab has 2 records where I say he has 2 guaranteed records where I say he wins that round no matter what the other person plays. It's Breathe and the Nate Dogg record. I can't
deny it.
Those are his only 2 records that Fab could throw.
I forgot that song happened.
And so into you. If he throws them 3 records on, he wins. Anything else? What he threw the Meek record on? Huh?
It was hot. It was hot.
Not in a battle against Jadakiss.
He didn't do
that against Roddy Ricch or somebody. Not against Jadakiss.
He didn't do hardly any of his Soul Tape stuff.
Nope. But that don't hit. That's not gonna hit.
And Kiss felt bad for him because Kiss was like, "Yo, man, we need to get some of these freestyles, man. We ain't even hit the freestyles yet."
But Kiss was drunk out his fucking mind too.
Yeah, shout out to Duce.
Hopefully one day corporate sponsors.
Duce is life. For real. We're gonna get slanger on that Duce.
I'm not drinking no Duce.
Come on, man.
Yes, you are. One shot.
Until y'all support my Apple Music stock, I'm not doing this.
If you take a shot, I'll buy a share.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can do that.
Oh, that was an argument I expected.
Moral story, folks. If you didn't see it, don't rewatch it because it's not worth rewatching. Fab got the floor mopped with him. He is a Swiffer. His name should be SW EE Iffer.
No, he went from fabulous to fabuloso real quick.
Yes, he is Dollar Store Fabuloso.
The purple kind.
Dollar General Fabuloso. Dollar Magic Fabuloso. Yep.
No, it was bad. Just turn on.
He deserves to get COVID.
Oh no. Oh no. Just turn on greatest hits of. Just turn on Jadakiss on your title, and play his greatest hits, and you'll be okay. Because that's all it was. Because it really was over after he played Banned from TV and World War III back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I was doing when this was?
You were sleeping.
I had a hat. I had the old head hat and everything. The hat Common wears.
Did y'all watch what Lupe said? The thing I tagged y'all in on Facebook.
I did watch it.
Did
you tag me?
Lupe was sounding real.
I put it in our group and I tagged you in it. Lupe was talking about Kendrick.
He was sounding real.
I wanted you to definitely hear it.
I didn't see it.
All right.
But I also get like 25 notifications an hour.
Oh, okay.
He was sounding real. Get off my lawn-ish.
Yeah.
Well, he hates Kendrick. If you didn't know that.
No. He. Someone. That was the question. Someone said, "Why do you hate Kendrick so much?" And he went on to say, his reasoning for why he doesn't view him in the same light as a GOAT, because he used that word a zillion times. The reason why he doesn't see, this is from Lupe, y'all, not me. The reason why he doesn't view Kendrick in a GOAT category is because Kendrick didn't go through the same, what would you say, Quill? The same.
He didn't have to go through the
same trials and tribulations that people
no adversity
in his generation had to go through. Like he said, when Cassidy wanted to be considered the greatest, he had to go battle people at Rough Riders and Rockefeller to even be considered one of the best lyricists of the time.
Speaking of which, Lupe loves Cassidy for whatever. He has this absurd love for Cassidy.
Yeah.
Cassidy's always like the
Lupe comes from a battle background.
Right.
Lupe comes from a battle background.
And Cassidy's a terrible battle rapper. Well, now he is.
Yeah.
But I mean, not back when Lupe was violent.
Well, let me just finish the point.
Okay.
Basically, long story short, he was saying that Kendrick did not have to go through the trials and tribulations that people who are cut from the ilk of these guys are GOATs had to go through. And that's why he doesn't consider Kendrick in that realm. I don't agree that everybody has to go through everything that you went through years prior. I don't agree with that point. He made a valid point to his argument, though, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
To his argument, he made a valuable point.
Yeah, because he's looking at it like when you look at even the greats like Jay-Z. Jay-Z tried to track down LL Cool J for like 5 years to battle him, and LL dodged him. Finally, he cornered LL and watched him.
Yep.
And you when you want to be great, you have to go over the greats. Now he was just saying, I remember him saying Wayne wasn't battling nobody, at least not for free.
Yeah,
But he would get on your record and destroy you. Which for a point, which he had a point. It was at a time when Wayne was at his peak with features, it was over. You were getting washed. It was just a simple point of how bad you were going to get washed. Kendrick might not have had to go through those trials and tribulations, but Kendrick has the moments. Like we look at that BET freestyle he did as a moment. We look at Control from Jay Electronica and Big Sean. We look at that as a moment. I think he has enough of those statement pieces where he's made enough statements to really kind of get over. But has he gone over on some of those old heads? No, I don't think so. But at the same time, I will say I don't know if he knows this story. Eminem told this story how he wanted to test Kendrick Lamar to see if he really was the real deal. And then what he ended up doing, he kicked everybody out the studio. It was just him and Kendrick. And they were spitting. And M was like, yo, he really that dude. So in my opinion, I don't know. I feel like Kendrick is stamped. And I feel like, no, he don't have to go through the same struggles that you might have had to go through. He didn't have to release all the mixtapes, even though I applaud Lupe. I think Lupe is one of the greatest mixtape rappers of all time. I put him top 10 for his actual contributions to the mixtape culture. But I think Kendrick did enough. He did enough. He had the cosigns of a Dre. He had the cosigns of an Eminem. He got cosigns of Drake early because Drake took him on tour. That was my first exposure with him. Was on that Drake tour. So it's like he did enough for me, in my own personal opinion. Now, Lupe comes from the old school. I believe him to be a purist. So I get what he was saying. I totally understand his viewpoint. Do I agree? No. But I see him. I see where he at.
Based on what y'all said his reasons were, I don't even agree even a little bit. Like it's like that's the old, like y'all said, that's the old man stuff. Like people just say things and cling on to reasons because that's what they heard before. But
that's true.
They think it's the right way to do it. That's all.
That's like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, are his albums good? Can you rap? Like, what does diversity mean? Like, who cares?
That's true. That's why I wanted you to see it, because I wanted you to see.
Oh, I think Lupe is an asshole, just so you know.
Okay.
Like, I just say he can rap, but like from what I hear, he's like a mean guy.
You told me one time he was your favorite rapper.
No, he is, but he's a favorite rapper, not person. He's an asshole, from what I hear.
He's very unlikable. He's very much not likable.
Okay.
Just how like Kobe wasn't very likable. Maybe in his playing, after he finished playing, he was more likable, more approachable. But Lupe's kind of a dick.
Yeah, that's what I read. I mean, I don't know him clearly, but I've heard that.
He comes
so it's like he's my favorite rapper, but I don't care about his takes.
Okay.
It's fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, well, I need to throw this in. If my favorites had good takes, then Kanye wouldn't be my favorite.
Well, that makes
one of my favorites.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kanye might actually be the king of bad takes. Shout out to Trey.
Oh man.
So since we're on Kanye, have y'all heard that new record that he dropped?
Yes.
Is it called Washing Our Blood?
Washing the Blood.
It's not called Washed Up.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, I thought it's called Washed Up.
I don't know.
He's trolling us.
Yeah, well, tell us your take then on Mr. Washed Up West.
No, I just didn't care for it. It's like I only listen because of the name. I don't didn't care for it when I heard it.
Kanye's at the point now where I just feel like he's that crazy deranged artist cooped up in a. It reminds me of Royce the 5'9". He said Kanye not even gonna have people in the studio at some point. He's just gonna have old burner phones calling you on old burner phones. He just gonna talk about some code that he made up about this music and just praise how great it is. And you're just not gonna know what's going on. He's like, he don't even hang up the phone. He just throw it in an old fireplace.
And yeah, exactly. And he's so artsy. So like, I don't like I'm artsy, but there's a level to artsy.
He's way abstract.
Yeah, and like y'all know, like y'all saw my text messages where I say I don't like too much commercialism sometimes, but I need some balance. Damn it, like sometimes I be listening to stuff like, who's this for?
You know, it's interesting because it sounds like it's like half a diss record to the devil and half him kind of talking shit. So it's weird because it doesn't come off as it doesn't come off as a gospel record.
Is that all he's doing from now on, basically?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It comes off as a woke record, and I understand it. It's like y'all know Lecrae, right? Do y'all know Lecrae?
Yeah, I know Lecrae.
So Lecrae, I'm a huge fan of Lecrae. I think
Are you? I didn't see that coming.
He's amazing in my opinion. I think.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
If he was mainstream, like as a mainstream artist, like crossover, I think he would do very well.
You don't think the Coast to Coast song for ESPN was mainstream enough?
He's not mainstream enough.
Did you ever hear that, Joe Bite?
I have no clue what the hell y'all talking about.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Please don't.
Lecrae
is
dope.
No,
Lecrae really is dope. But Kanye, I find myself really liking Kanye's production. Like I got crucified for saying that the production sounded frantic. It was urgent, and that's kind of what I got from them. They just getting on me because I use big words. But
the thing is, the words is just like the timing of your words be part of it too.
It was whack, man. Come on.
It wasn't. I don't think it was whack. I don't think it was whack at all.
See, I can see some there say like I actually feel someone says it's not, but Quill, like the timing of your words be like crazy. Like we're killing this song, and you said frantic. To us, frantic almost sounds bad, but you made frantic a good thing.
I didn't say it was a good thing. I'm just using it as a term.
You said I love that as frantic.
Yeah, I love it. I love the frantic nature of it. Just feels urgent. It felt like he needed to get a message out in a hurry.
That's fine. That's fine. That's where timing comes back in because I'm just assuming Mike didn't like how noisy it sounded. So like he hates the noisiness and you love the noisiness. So Mike's like, did you just use frantic as a good adjective? So it was just a funny mix. It's like it actually is consistent with your opinions though, to be honest. It's actually pretty consistent. So I can't kill you for your opinions. I only kill people when they like veer off of what they usually think.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it's not lyrically. Kanye is at the point, and I never thought Kanye was a great lyricist, but he's gotten off of the rap.
Yeah, Rhyme Fest is pretty.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna do this.
Yeah, Consequence
can't save his damn self.
He sure as hell writes some good shit for Kanye.
Y'all ever? This is a little off, but did y'all ever hear that song when DMC was his uncle in the video? It was called Uncle D or something. I forgot what it was called. It was so stupid.
He could have had Drake writing for him if he didn't burn that bridge.
Yo.
Yeah. Maybe he got GLC writing for him.
What? Oh, GLC. Okay.
Yeah.
Lord.
GLC.
All right. Well, I think we've broached this topic enough. It may be fine time to take a break. We should be back here in in y'all's time, it'll be like 10 seconds, but for us, it'll be like 5 minutes.
Yeah, basically. Until we start getting some commercials in.
Right, and then we'll bring up some interesting sports stuff, see what's going on around the leagues, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. So we're going into sports, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do basketball. The one thing I do want to bring up real quick is the Cam Newton thing in football, which is interesting. I guess that was a big deal. But yeah, so I'll bring us in 4, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, y'all? We are back. The Three Guys with Common Sense podcast. Again, my name is Quill Will, and I am introducing, or I should say, reintroducing to you all Prosecco Mike Money. What's going on?
Yes, sir. I wish I had some Prosecco on ice, but I don't. So.
And Avatar slang. You can't say slang without Avatar. I think that's how it goes.
Close enough.
All right, so we just had probably an even better conversation than the first part of this podcast. One of these days, we're gonna start recording these mid and pre-production conversations. Maybe we'll do a behind the scenes or a clips thing, just so y'all see what actually having common sense looks like. Because we
could probably just do that next week.
Probably could. It's just not all that common. Kind of changing gears. I know we talked a lot about what's going on right now in rap and just kind of getting some thoughts out there. Changing gears, we are gearing up for I guess baseball season. Just that July 24th, and then
they could keep
basketball is basketball is August the 1st.
Shouldn't be.
It should. You're right. It shouldn't be, but it is because people are still testing positive for COVID, and they're going to continue to test positive for COVID. You think these grown ass men are going to sit in this Disney ass bubble and not do anything? Like it's ridiculous. But let's. I guess if they're going to have a season, we got to talk. We got to talk. Who's going to come out on championship? And well, firstly, let's ask this: is this championship going to have an asterisk next to it? Is it going to be tainted?
It has to.
Or it depends on who wins it.
It has to have an asterisk.
So we know Milwaukee or LA are the two best teams. So if they win it, then do they get an asterisk? Because in hindsight, they were supposed to win anyway.
It depends how it goes down.
Now it's not about who's the two best teams. It's who's the team that's going to be ready to go, which your legs got to be in it now. Because you got to think everybody's been at a standstill for 3 months? Mm-hmm. So everybody's not – the Lakers was in a flow before this whole thing went awry. So they got to get that chemistry back, and they're not going to be walking in the Staples Center anymore. Mm-hmm. So, the flow is going to possibly be gone. The chemistry is probably going to have to be restored. In-game jitters is going to happen. It's just a lot of things, a lot of variables that they're going to have to jump over. I really think the team that's going to come out on top is the one that's been prepared throughout the whole thing.
This shit going to look like for those 8 games.
It's going to look like the Jadakiss. It's going to look like the Jadakiss and Fab battle. And a lot of teams is going to be fast.
It's going to look like preseason basketball for probably the first 6 weeks.
And the out of bounds is going to be the closest wall next to him.
So let's say give me a list of contenders and a list of give me your 3 contenders and your 3 pretenders.
Contenders, Lakers, Milwaukee. And I'll pick a dark horse team, the Nuggets. You
think the Nuggets, one of those, could possibly get hot and make it happen?
Yeah, because everybody wants to pick the Clippers, but Paul George is a bitch. And he doesn't like black people.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to be serious and look.
What do you think? What do you think, Slang?
So you're asking me about who three contenders are?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Clippers, Bucks. I was going to go Lakers, but I think the momentum got canceled.
Yeah, and LeBron is 100. This has been terrible for his body.
Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot the Lakers. They got Hennessy Smith. They don't have Avery Bradley. I'm still gonna go Lakers.
Oh, speaking of which, I was told that J.R. Smith would easily drop 12 points a game for them, and that he was going to be an asset to that team. And I said, absolutely not.
Still give him 9.
The man, he's terrible now. He's terrible. He's been bad the last 4 years. And I
4?
No, he has. Look at it.
No, like a full 4?
4 years.
I'm gonna look it up.
That was the championship. That was 16.
Yep, he was bad that year.
Uh-oh.
If you look at his numbers, you look at his advanced stats, he's been inconsistent.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
This man was a minus 25 last year.
Awful.
He only played in like 15 games, but he's a minus 25.
Well, that sounds right.
The year before that, he was a minus 12. And people say, oh, that wasn't with Bron, blah, blah, blah. The year before that, he was a minus 12 with Bron.
In 2017, he was 32% for 2-point percentage.
He can't do anything outside of shoot threes, and he barely does that effectively anymore. He's hit or miss. He's a league average 3-point shooter, slightly above league average 3-point shooter. His last year, he shot 30%. He's been between 30 and 40%. You know, I know that's a big gap, but he's not effective. He offers nothing more than catch and shoot on offense, and you probably will get better defense out of a traffic cone at this point in his career. He's not covering anybody.
Yeah, his last okay year was 16.
Right. I said to them, he's just magically going to be good again after 4 seasons. And then he sat out all this year? No, absolutely not. He's not an asset anymore. Matter of fact, I almost want to knock the Lakers out my list because of him.
Name your list.
Wow.
Name your list.
Well, no, we didn't get the rest of Slanger's. We didn't get his we didn't get y'all pretenders either. So I guess we'll do contenders first, and then we'll do pretenders.
Go ahead.
So you said the Clippers, the Bucks, and who else?
The Lakers.
I'll go Lakers.
Lakers, Clippers, and Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Lakers, Bucks, and Nuggets.
Okay.
No, I'm lying.
He's lying, y'all.
I'm gonna say Miami. I think they have guaranteed pieces that work. I think Denver has a lot of good pieces, but I don't click the same night. Last week, my bad, my wife's sleeping. I think Denver could have a good game from Murray and Jokic, and they really need that third person who would be maybe Barton, maybe what's his name? The light
Michael Porter Jr. is going to
come. There we go.
No, he's going to be their
third person for the Heat.
Was going to be
Dragic.
Bro?
Yeah.
There's going to be Duncan Robinson, whatever his name is? Not Duncan Robinson. Was it Duncan Robinson?
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, Hero. And
I thought Dragic would be their person.
Dragic, maybe.
He's still giving him 16.
It would benefit. It's a benefit to him because he always got injuries. It probably is a benefit that he got rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but he's a soft tissue guy. He'll be hurt again before around playoff time.
All right, cool. Give us your 3.
All right, my 3 is the Lakers. I still do not believe in Milwaukee, but Milwaukee is, they're there, obviously.
Tell me why, if you can.
That type of basketball, that fast break basketball, is great for the regular season. But when your best player in the half court can't shoot and that defense tightens up in the postseason and you go up against a pretty good defensive team, you're probably going to lose. And that's exactly what happens every year. It don't matter what shooters they put around Giannis.
Mhm.
They always come up short. Every
So
single time.
I'm gonna say this. I want you to get your list out. Then I want to argue that Milwaukee point for a quick second.
Yeah, so no, Milwaukee's still on my list because I think they're a very good team. And you never know. They were the most together team
Mm-hmm.
before this thing let out. But I think this hurts them the most.
Okay.
And
I think it saves them.
I actually think it hurts the Sixers the most, but go ahead.
You know what? And it was interesting. This is completely non-biased. And I'm saying this, and I'm saying I'm gonna say the Sixers is my third team, and I'm not saying it from a biased perspective. I could be totally wrong.
No way.
But I say the Sixers because we see how they are. I know they're inconsistent. Some nights they look like they're the best team in basketball. They're unbeatable.
When in November?
They did
They
on
win in November?
They did on Christmas.
Yeah, some nights you see them, they look unbeatable. They ran the Lakers out of Wells Fargo.
That did happen.
But hold on before you continue. That's the issue. They're not playing at Wells Fargo.
I understand. The Sixers are the ultimate catch lightning in the bottle team for me. Do I believe they're going to win? Absolutely not. Do I think from a talent perspective, they're probably top 3 or 4 most talented teams in the league? Just talent.
I don't know.
We all know the talent thing. Like, talent doesn't beat cohesiveness. You can be talented as individuals. We all know the Sixers are miscast. You got 3 centers and a power forward in your starting lineup. That's never going to work. It's not like Josh Smith and and Greg Monroe and Drummond bad, but it's pretty rough.
Yeah,
So
rough.
I just think the Sixers are that lightning in the bottle team. I think if Joel comes back, he's been rather quiet regarding his conditioning. He hasn't posted like you've seen Hart and then you've seen Jokic, with that stuff out there. I think he learned his lesson from before, from showing off a little bit, because he showed off this summer. I was on the hype train. I personally think the conditioning is made a bigger deal than what it actually is. I think it's more so the system that holds Joel back. Me and Mike have had this conversation a million times. The system in his point guard, because when your point guard is really a center, but he plays point guard and he doesn't shoot, and you got 3 players in your space, you're clearly going to struggle, and shit hit the fan for him this year.
So to that point, like you said about the Bucks with Giannis, that's all teams got to do with Ben Simmons, and the Sixers will lose by 20 every game.
See, and that's the thing. Joel is good enough to push them over, but at the same time,
Not to lose by 20.
He's good enough to push them over. That's why I say, in my heart, do I believe it can happen? No. Do I think they're that lightning in a bottle if shit works? And then we still don't know how they looked with Shake Milton in the starting lineup, moving out to the bench, because that didn't last long because Joe went out for 9 games or however many games he went out. So what happens if they come in and Shake is dropping 16, 17 points, which he's capable of doing, because we see he can score. He's lit up great defensive teams. We see he can score. So to me, it's one of those things. If that lineup works, a Shake at point, Josh at 2, really Ben Simmons should probably play the 3, and Tobias should play the 4, and Joel at the 5.
Does it matter where you lift them at if they all started anyway?
It does matter. Defensively, it matters on a defensive assignment, because Tobias can't guard 3s. He can't guard the small forward, where he can guard power forwards. Ben can guard anyone, 1 through 5. And then you got Shake. You can hide Shake. He's not a great defender. And Josh is sticky. And you got Joel. That's why I say if that lineup works and they catch catch lightning in a bottle? Sure, they got a chance. I don't believe it's going to happen. I don't see them as a pretender. They're in between for me. They're not quite a pretender, but they're not quite a contender. They're kind of like they're average good, if that makes any sense. They're a really good team, but they are like the most average of the really good teams, if that makes any sense at all.
This is the Sixers you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get back to that Milwaukee point real quick.
Go ahead.
Or do you have a Sixers point, Mike?
No, I just think it was a biased pick, but go ahead.
No, I lie to you now. I'm coming to you from a completely unbiased, just like you picked Denver, and I believe
I don't like Denver.
I don't like Denver either. I think Denver is another one of those.
But you like the Sixers.
I do like the Sixers.
I think the Magic are out in the gentleman's suite.
Yeah. I think Denver is another one of those lightning in a bottle teams. I don't think they're as explosive as the Sixers are, but I think they're another.
I think Denver's better than Philly.
I do too.
Like their roles make sense on that team.
I didn't like this Sixers roster from the summer, which you know, Quill, and
Yeah.
I
didn't like it either.
adamant on this roster isn't it. It's just
Right.
not it, and everybody called me crazy. But when you saw it, it was the issues were you had spacing issues, and all you did was clog it up some more. And moving Al Horford to the bench is not solving every
Our
problem.
lineup only worked for 6 years ago.
Yes, you beat Greg Monroe, Josh Smith, and Andre Drummond.
That's not where I was going, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But okay, I hate your Milwaukee point, Quill. You pulled the ESPN on me.
Uh-oh.
Why?
You said every year, like they didn't just get good last year.
Last year was their peak year.
That it was their peak year, but they've been around. It's not
Yeah.
like they haven't been around.
Define around. They weren't contenders until last year.
I'm with Derek.
Like Giannis, we were still asking questions like, is Giannis a superstar?
Well, he's
2 or 3 years
I
ago.
think I think it's unquestioned.
No, I'm saying before last year, we were still like those are still legit questions. And I remember even listening to a podcast, Bill would be like, yo, it's only Giannis and Middleton. This team don't even look right. They bring in, what's his name? The Hawks' old coach.
Mike Budenholzer.
Yeah, they bring it.
Underrated coach, by the way. Very underrated coach.
I like
You think so?
I like Budenholzer.
I like him. I thought people liked him. You know what? You're right, because when they be saying pick your coach, they don't bring him up. They'll bring up Brad Stevens before him.
Shit, Mike Budenholzer might get coach of the year.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So, all right. Did you finish your point about?
I think also if they don't they're a pretty good half court team too. So
If they're hitting all their shots.
If they're hitting shots, that's the thing.
That's everybody in the league now.
That's everybody. It's like if you're hitting your shots, you're gonna win. That's basketball.
If the Sixers, and I'm just bringing it back to the Sixers point, if the Sixers play like they did Milwaukee on Christmas, the Sixers run away with this thing. But they're not going to play like that.
But the thing is, like, I think in sports sometimes we lean on the outliers rather than coming back to the median.
Oh, I'm with you.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, as of right now, the Sixers will play the Celtics in the first round.
That's a good matchup for them.
It is a good matchup for them.
And they're going to beat the Celtics.
I still wouldn't be shocked if Boston won. Not going to lie to you.
Because
I wouldn't be surprised. They should beat the Celtics. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost to the Celtics, though.
Unfortunately, the East is probably the past few years is the best it's been for a while. So
over 20 years.
I don't think there's any guarantees.
This is the best the East has been for over 20 years.
If Joel comes back in shape, I'm not questioning his motivation. I think he's plenty motivated. His self-awareness is – if he comes back with the attitude like Shaq and Chuck were trying to beat into his head, if he comes back with that kind of attitude, with the Christmas Day attitude and saying, hey, you know what, I'm the best player on the floor at all times, and he plays like that, they probably, like I said, that can carry him a long way. But
I see what you're saying, but
the thing about Embiid is he'll do that for one game.
Well, here's the part we're missing because we're so, like, Quill, your numbers guy. Embiid got 28, who could still lose by 15 against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Like that. Like we're a year too late with the Embiid.
But they
bringing that
still
motivation.
match up really well against Milwaukee. Outside of the Giannis is a mismatch for everybody.
Like if you're playing 2K on rookie.
They match up really well. If you look at their games over, I'm telling you, if you look at their games over the last 2 years, since we're making it the last 2 years, if you look at their games, most of them are close.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But this is why context matters. 2 years ago, last year, we had Butler.
Yeah. Totally different Sixers team the last 2 years.
That's also true as well.
Like Horford is too much of a key player for this version of the Sixers.
Horford also is the key player in that Milwaukee series. You don't have to put Joel out on the perimeter.
And this is why Mike said you're being a homer, because you're looking at the super best case scenario, whereas we're looking at what we saw for the past few months. So what's more likely? You're going to the outlier rather than the median.
You know what? And I'm looking at it like this. I'm throwing everything out from the season. The season don't mean nothing to me at this point. And I'm saying that, and that's why I said the Sixers were the lightning in the bottle team. I don't want to. I'm saying that not as a homer perspective, because I think this team had a lot to gain from getting healthy, with a healthy Ben Simmons, a healthy Joel Embiid, a healthy Al Horford. They had a lot to gain from the rest and getting healthy, and they had a lot to gain from sitting down and reevaluating everything. They weren't clicking necessarily.
Fair. That's fair. But remember, we were getting trashed while we were healthy at one point too.
Now Ben Simmons comes back. How do we know they're going to click? If they weren't,
he still can't shoot, so you can't throw out the season. He still can't shoot.
Right. If they weren't clicking before, they're not going to click in June or July or August. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. Like Derek said, in 2K, they even have a chemistry meter to where you can make all the trades you want, but the chemistry starts going down.
Right.
The more you shift players in and out.
And you're right, it doesn't. But that's why I said I think they're that lightning in a bottle team. Okay. I don't think they're good enough to be like a true contender, but I think they're better than a pretender. They really are in like that median for me. I don't believe in my heart they're a contender. I don't.
Okay. I got one more thing about the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a funny place. I said that same thing about Denver, but like everybody on the Sixers is a little too specialized in one thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they don't have any versatility.
Yeah, it's like you would think we have lineup versatility, but the players themselves aren't.
And nobody's consistent on the Sixers.
Yeah, like okay.
Everybody loves Jake Milton because he scored 23 points against the Clippers one time. Did he ever do it again?
Yeah, he's pretty consistent for that until the Corona came.
So he was really good to start the season, and then he got hurt, and it's kind of was a blessing because Court got his minutes, and Court had a really nice run with the minutes that Shake was getting, and then they started putting Shake in, incorporating him later on in the season, and he performed really well.
To answer your question, Mike, his median was still if his 20-something point game was up here, his median was right there. He was still pretty consistent.
I just want to see him by game 3 when that other team has you figured out in the playoff series. Let's see what you did.
Right, that's what you want to see. He's a young player too. You got to give him that.
Well, yeah.
I just want to see it. That's all.
It could happen, but I wouldn't be shocked if it didn't, because you said, young. We need that from Ben.
Yeah.
Not the shooting, but we need to see him. If he's Magic Johnson and can't shoot, he needs to get to the rim for that easy 20 a game.
And you know what's funny with his improving free throw percentage? It still was bad, but he was really good from like January by his standards. From like January.
What was he in the 70s?
Yeah, he was in the 70s. If he's that and get into the rim, he could average 25. But it's not his mindset. It's not his mindset. That's
okay. I see what you're saying.
Who, Ben?
Yeah.
But yeah, let me finish that Sixers point real quick. They have too many pieces like Shake, shooter, can't defend. Korkmaz, shooter, can't defend. What's his name? The young boy, rookie. The defender. Can't score like that.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like no one's complete enough to, and yet we got to share all these minutes, but no one's complete enough to soak up the minutes. So it's kind of an awkward place.
And Tobias Harris is the most inconsistent player of them all. He's the definition of inconsistent.
Maybe.
Well, if the shots are falling, it's over.
But if it's not,
That's a big if.
you're down by 20 because he done went 0 for 10. And you're like, who the hell is this?
Right.
Nah.
And that's kind of why even Jimmy Butler was a weird fit. Jimmy was the closer that they needed, but other than that, he was a weird fit everywhere else on offense. I really think the loss of Redick hurt more than on offense than Jimmy Butler.
I think what kills me about Jimmy is just the fact that he gave us the game winner, basically, and they lost. He was the one hit the game win, the potential game winner
against the Raptors.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
And I always think you need a second ball handler. He was that. Yeah. Like I think 2 ball handler systems work.
You needed somebody to take over when those first 2 options don't want to be the fall guy. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's one of those guys. He's like, "Fuck y'all. I don't care. No, if we lose on my watch. If we win on my watch." But
I think he's lost before, and understands that like he's not fine with it, but he was. I don't know how to explain it, but like it's not the. I'm trying to say this without making him sound like a punk, because he has some Kobe in him as far as mindset, not skill. I'm sorry for cutting you off, because you were actually saying what I was thinking. Like he's going to lose on his watch.
Yeah,
he's an alpha. He's an alpha guy.
He's okay with losing as long as he's the one doing it. Mm-hmm. Is that what you're trying to say, Derek?
Basically, and because he gave it his best shot,
right?
Type thing.
Like Kobe's
like gone.
Kobe's okay going 2 for 40 as long as he took the 40 shots on his watch.
Yeah, shots that he thought were makeable too. Mm-hmm. Although he thinks every shot's makeable, but that's a whole different combo.
All right, let's get to pretenders. I'll just run through mine real quick. Celtics, Clippers, Philly.
Ooh. Why do you think the Celtics?
I don't believe in Kemba Walker. At some point, who's their bigs? Cantor is going to flake on you. I like Tatum. I like Brown. I'm just not sold on them.
I don't think neither one of them can be your best player on a championship team.
I think.
Fair enough.
I like that phrase, but I think in today's world, that means something different. I think
I don't like them together. I'll say that.
I think you need them together.
You might need them together
because they offer the versatility. Because they both play the 2 through 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't like Hayward at all.
I like him.
I'm out.
I think that only works if you have I think it works the best if we have a rim running center like Capella or something. Mm. But they don't have that, and he's too expensive for them. They did.
You like Hayward, Quill?
I like Gordon.
Black Lives Matter. I hate Hayward.
Wow.
But Gordon has, since the injury, that ruined him, to be honest. If we're gonna be
he was the best player in the beginning of the year, and then he got injured again.
He was okay.
No, he was averaging like 23.
He almost got an all-star.
And I'm only saying this because I'm a Bill Simmons stan, so he gives a breakdown of their weekly progress.
And he doesn't even like Hayward.
No, he likes him now. No, he's shifty on him. Yeah. But at the time when he was doing good, he liked him, I should say. Well, so I get my reports from him.
Well, of course you like the player on your team when he's doing good.
Yeah, that's how that works.
So, Derek, who are your 3 pretenders?
It's hard because I think the playoffs is deep. So I'll say pretenders would be
everybody.
It's hard for me to say pretender because we don't expect nothing from Dallas, right?
Shit, they might not even make the playoffs.
They're like a 5th seed. They're all right.
They dropped to 7th, I thought.
Yeah, I thought they were 7.
Or 6 or something crazy.
I don't know. Good. I'm just.
I guess I'll just say Dallas is in the mix. I can't say I don't feel right saying Philly's a pretender because I don't think anyone. I think people see through that right now. So
I'm surprised I haven't heard from this one team.
Ooh. Take
Who's the
out
ones-
take out Philly for me and add the Raptors.
Oh,
You think they're pretenders?
They're number 2 seed.
Oh.
At some point, you need that player Kawhi to take you over the hump. They don't have that.
They remind me of the Nuggets when they had Ty Lawson and Iggy.
Yeah.
They draft really good that gets you so far until you run into stars.
Shit.
Not that Siakam's not some type of star, but he's not
Right.
all the way there yet.
Like the Sixers that year, they beat the Bulls when they got hurt. They
Yes.
was one game away from the Eastern Conference Final, except for they ran up against, the Celtics.
Stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were in that game too until the fourth.
Mhm.
Yeah. But that's all that matters. No.
Mm.
The fourth quarter.
So
Yeah, I'm really struggling with that question. I guess my pretender would just be. I'm struggling to remember the playoff picture right now. Who's in it? Yeah, I think Toronto for now. I could always add that later.
They got to be a pretender.
So I'm surprised none of y'all said this team, my number one pretender, the Houston Rockets.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they're pretenders this year, and I don't like neither of the stars that much. No
But
more.
they're still considered a top team.
Robert
Sure,
Covington's running power forward.
No, I think
Don't
they can
you
sneak into the
slander-
finals.
Don't you slander Lord Covington on me
But
now.
now I'm a Covington slander-esque.
Don't
I think they can sneak
slander
into the
Lord
finals.
Covington.
Huh?
I think they can sneak into the finals.
Who, the Rockets?
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No. Not with PJ Tucker at your center. No.
No. I
They
think
better start Tyson.
yeah. I think Boston is a pretender.
Yep.
Like Mike said, their lack of a big is really the linchpin. I think they're good enough everywhere else, but their weakness is such a big weakness. I don't think they overcome that.
This is gonna be the year we get a Sixers Rockets finals.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
And everybody would be fucking livid. They'll say 100 people got the COVID and they'll shut that shit down.
Right. And then the Clippers. Clippers are my third team. I don't believe in the Clippers.
Me either.
I don't for whatever. Paul George doesn't have that killer in him.
He doesn't have to. Doesn't have to.
PG stands for premature girl.
No, Paul George does not have to be like. He just has to be good enough to help them get to the fourth quarter.
That's if Kawhi wants to play.
He's gonna play every playoff game. He's gonna play every playoff game.
I mean, shit, he's well rested.
Ain't no low management now. No excuses.
No, like the Clippers to me, they're all the way real. Like I like teams built that way. Like 2 stars, deep, almost everywhere. Like I think they could win every series in 5 games.
They got a bunch of players. But
I could see that winning every series in 5 games until they got
Yeah. Like Paul George isn't their main guy.
I hate
Like,
Paul George.
I'm big on Paul George, but I think he speaks to the whole efficiency thing I lean toward, like how I defend Nash, Curry. I think he leans towards that. And again, he's the number 2 guy and slightly overqualified to be number 2 because he's been number 1 almost all his career.
doesn't make him a good one.
Not saying that, but I'm saying now he's a number 2. We see him. To me, he was the best player last year on the Thunder until he got injured.
When you got teams with 2 and 3 stars, you need 2 and 3 number ones. You don't need a 1, 2, and 3.
Say that one more time.
I say when you got a team, when you're going up against a team with 2 and 3 stars, you don't need a 1, 2, and 3. You need a 1 and a 1.
Name that team because I don't think those teams exist anymore at that last summer. Who's a 1 and a 1?
LA is a 1 and a 1.
You could argue that Anthony Davis as a 1 hasn't done enough.
But he's a 1 and a 1 in that system. Hell, you look at I don't believe in the Rockets, but the Rockets, I think Harden and Westbrook are 1 and 1. They play like 1 and 1. You don't need somebody that's gonna pussy out and play like a 3.
That's a bad example then. We've seen Westbrook flame out, although he flames out with heart.
Oh
and we
no,
see Harden
Westbrook
flame out
will
like a
shoot you
girl.
out of a game. He'll play like
Well, he'll
like
kick
one.
he'll kick the ball out of bounds too, which he's done against the Warriors. But so it's like it's easy for us to slander Paul George, but you just named the Rockets. James Harden has a career list of flameout games.
Mike's sick of our shit.
I hate the Rockets. I'm out.
So you agree with me then? Like, if you're going to talk about flaming out, you can't bring up the Rockets.
Yeah, they're gonna flame out.
So it's death taxes and the Rockets flaming out. That's pretty much certain.
And Paul George is an elite defender.
They'll
So
lose to Utah because Rudy Gobert turned into Shaq. He's gonna treat PJ Tucker like Jason Collins.
yeah,
I can see them in Utah in the first round.
Yep.
I could totally see that.
Gobert also gets useless against Murray ball.
I'm out on the Rockets. I'm out.
I'm not big on them, but I'm like, I gotta be realistic. Like, Gobert against the Rockets usually has to get benched.
Gobert might win 3 straight Defensive Player of the Year awards. Y'all know that?
I'm good with that, but that doesn't help against the Rockets, it seems like.
No, I was just thinking of his hardwood. Like, that's like almost Hall of Fame worthy.
It is Hall of Fame worthy, in my opinion, but the guy who did it ain't. Ben Wallace didn't do it. He did back then.
Dwight did it.
Dwight's going.
Did Dikembe do it?
I think
Yes.
he did it. Dikembe had some crazy run. Didn't he get like 4 and 5 years or something crazy?
Yeah,
Something crazy like that.
I think Ben Wallace has 2, if I'm not mistaken.
And
I
Ben,
just looked real quick
Ben
while
should be
y'all
in
talking.
too, but he won't go. They won't put him on. That's another story for another day.
I'll take. Why is he not in? But Robin is.
Rodman
Because
was
Robin jumped higher.
no. Rodman was just
Ben Wallace had 4. Ben Wallace got 4 and 5 years. Dikembe has 3 and 4 years. Dwight got 3 in a row. Kawhi got 2 in a row. And yeah.
Ben Wallace has a 45% chance of making it.
which I think is crazy. But you know what's funny? There are people with lower Hall of Fame odds in that list that are actually in, like 15%.
Like who, if you could remember?
That I don't remember, but there are some guys pretty low on that list that are
Interesting.
on there.
The perimeters have gotten weird in the past, I'll say 6 years. Because when I saw Yao Ming get in, I was like, oh.
It's counting stats. They're looking at the basic counting. It's weird because you look at baseball, it's so hard to get into the Hall of Fame for baseball. You can be an amazing player. There's guys who hit 330 for their career, 400 home runs, but because they played designated hitter and weren't in the field, like Edgar Martinez and Larry Walker. Larry Walker played in Colorado, which if y'all, I don't know how big y'all are in baseball, but Coors
Field.
Field.
To a Rockies game in Denver before. I actually went to a Rockies game in Denver before.
The ball flies out there because it's thin air.
Yep.
So everybody says that his numbers are juiced because of that. You know, they will keep you out for petty reasons, and they'll also keep you out on advanced metrics too. They look at everything. I feel like basketball, they just look at the basics. All right, do you got the accolades? You got 5 or 6 All NBAs. You got a couple NBA defenses. Do you win any Defensive Player of the Year, 6-man? Did you win any of those? So
what did you do internationally?
Yeah, and what did you do internationally?
Because Stephon Marbury is going to be a Hall of Famer.
He has to be.
I don't think he will be.
He has to be.
Like he's not making it in before Tim Hardaway.
He had the counting stats in the NBA to go, but he just flamed out.
Oh, China too.
Yeah, I'm talking about China. He's going to get in first ballot.
Okay,
it's all over.
Yeah, and he just stopped playing. Matter of fact, no, he's still playing.
Oh, sure.
Over.
So yeah, them guys get it, and then now I think about these 6 men. Like, does a Lou Williams or Jamal Crawford go?
Jamal Crawford's not going.
No.
Iggy should go. Iggy is one of those cases where they're going to have to look at his advanced numbers because his advanced numbers are through the roof. He's not a counting stats guy.
It
But
won't
he
be
did.
first ballot.
No, he did every little thing so well. He should go. He definitely should go, in my opinion. But he's gonna wait 5 or 6 years.
Nope, I'm good. I'm good. That's my boy. But I'm good because then we're starting to like I know that we already made a joke that we let everyone in. A little exaggerated, but we let Iggy in, Robert Horry in.
Well, no,
Like
Robert Horry is
everybody.
not getting in.
Robert Orr's never seen the light of day. I just put that in the chat.
And
I
then
got
and then also do we think Lou Williams would go?
No.
No.
Interesting story, but no, I agree. All right. Well, I think we're gonna come to a close. We've been here a little longer than we normally are, which is
Yeah, I
cool.
realize.
It's great content for y'all. Anybody have any closing thoughts? Anything pressing?
I hope everybody has a safe and good 4th. Stay away from all the fireworks out there. And hopefully you don't catch the COVID. Pull out.
Drop you slang.
Before the injury, John Wall was becoming a good player. That's my take. Closing take.
I'm out.
And I'm gonna say Cam Newton was without a job because he sucked.
What?
To be honest, he sucked. 23-23 since the Super Bowl. He has been with less than 60% completion percentage. And
He had 63 2 years ago, bro.
No, he's his 4 years. The 4 years since the Super Bowl he went, or whatever it's been. He's 23-23, and he's missed 14 games last year. He had a major shoulder injury on his.
All right,
shoulder
Quill
and foot.
Bayless.
I think he's washed, but I think he's gonna. It's funny. It's a good landing spot for him in New England, but he is not keeping that job. He's gonna lose that job by the time he throws his 10th pick, and Bill Belichick is tired of his shit.
We're
So
gonna
that's
argue about
all.
that next week. I don't like this.
We're gonna talk. We can talk about it, but
All right.
we gonna go for now. I'm gonna sign off for everybody. Again, my name is Quill Will. Signing off here for Prosecco Mike Money and the Slanger Man, who's apparently pissed off at me with my Cam Newton take, and we'll be back on that.
Damn, if Cam Newton sucks, so does Cat.
I don't.
No.
I don't. That you know what? That's another story for another time. I'm not gonna get us
Brian
canceled.
Cat's better than Cam.
You know, we're gonna talk about it next week.
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye, y'all. We'll speak on this
Group
next.
sex.
All right.
All right.